Welcome back. We're ready for the second match of this league, of this championship, the 7th edition of the IDCA T20 National Championship, where locking horns with each other will be Tamilnadu and Bengal. The Tamilnadu, the openers are out, the fielders have taken their positions in a very different conditions, overcast conditions. I have to say that we'll have another 10 over a side contest. In the very first match itself, with the team Kerala, which has come good, they won the first match. Let's see who wins this match between another teams. In fact, which belong to South India and East India respectively. Last one was like that as well, Kerala and Odisha. Now it's Tamil Nadu and Bengal. What's so similar between Kerala and Tamil Nadu as a state? In fact, between Bengal and Tamil Nadu as a state is that passionate people. Bengal, of course, love their culture, they love their food, they love their sport as well. You talk about cricket, you talk about football, they just love to be a part of that. They talk sport, they believe on sport. Very first ball itself, the bowler starts to appeal. It's not got anything from that. And coming back, it's Munna Sarkar who is starting the proceedings. Sai Akas and Lee Thomas are the two openers. Sai Akas is taking the strike. Let's see how Tamil Nadu goes about their business. The thing good about this match is that now both the teams know about the conditions. They're in the ground. They know every bit of what has happened in the first match. They saw them. They saw how the pitch behaved. So now the shot selection, the field restrictions, the field positions, the kind of line, the kind of length that should be, everything will be taken care of. That's the thing about playing in the second match. Oh, that has to be taken. Straightforward catch to the slip fielder. He made a mess of that. It was traveling quickly. I have to say, Munna Sarkar looks quick here. And every bowler who looks quick in this kind of wickets can bowl wicket to wicket and can produce magic, I can tell you. It was full bit of movement there. And if you closely look at where the slip fielder was, it was perfectly placed in a position where you have to say that the bowler is bowling fast. That's why it was not in a position where you could see the slip fielder standing close to the wicket keeper. It's going way behind now, almost like a short third. That tells you everything about Munna Sarkar and the way he can bowl. Very quick. Now the left-hander Sai Akas. In fact, Sai Akas has gone back to the other, and it's Lee Thomas who is going to be on strike. Let's see what he gets. The left-hander. Similar kind of a flea. Full toss. Gets at the mark with that. Second game of today's event. We have another match coming up as well, but Tamil Nadu batting first. Look what has happened in the first match when the team batted first. They scored 105. Slashed hard. No chance at any fielder on that. Brings up the first boundary of this innings. The right-hander Sai making sure that He gets the boundary. It's a bit of uppercut, you can say. But there's a rule in cricket that if you want to slice, you slice hard. Munna Sarkar first time on pressure because most of his deliveries are very, very quick. So he relies on pace. Now, has been dealt well. Bangs in. Oh, this is an exciting fast bowler. There is a T20 World Cup nearby and Munna Sarkar is showing his class, doing every bit of what is required. Well, that is why this cricket is important. This tournament is important. End of the first. It's 7 without a wicket. Seven without a wicket. In the first over, we saw express pace, something that was missing in the first, I have to say. So Sarkar looks like a bowler to be looked at. Indranil comes in the second. What does he do? Clearly, there is a pace difference. Oh, almost was pulling up a beauty there. This will count as a missed opportunity. But what is important to notice here is that in the very first over, the batters were had to get runs, trying to slash the ball. Only once they've connected, rest of the deliveries were missed. And there is a clear difference between the pace of Indranil and the pace of Sarkar. And straight away, they've got the timing. And what happens is when one of the bowlers bowl fast, bowl well, it's the other bowler who gets wickets. You remember when every time you get the Indian team playing, most of the bowlers bowl well and Sadhur Thakur picks up wickets. Something like that can happen here as well. Oh, there is another chance, another drop, 2 in 2. Everything that I just said earlier happened here. You try to make runs and runs against a bowler who is not that quick, who is not getting that right, and on that process you might overthink. This is a shot that has come because of overthinking. It was a short length delivery, could have easily hit that to square leg. He decided to go for the fine leg and easily could have paid the price for that. Got away with it. Could have got 2 wickets, the bowler, you have to say that he missed the opportunity. Now it is a wide. Adding insult to the injury. Could have been 2 wickets. Now 2 runs and a wide. Something that no bowler will like. Not express pace, not as quick as Sarkar, but definitely can make a difference if you can put it in the right areas. Cricket is exactly about putting it in the right areas, especially in these kind of wickets. Taking the chance, another chance. No, this time falls short. So he's producing opportunities here. Indranil, 3 of them in 4 deliveries. Some bowler who has the magic of doing that. Every time they picks up a cricket ball, they produce something or the other. Looks like Indranil is the man. Again, trying to hit that in the gap, and this time perfectly done. And Lithamus gets his first boundary. This is how it's done. On the shorter side, but that was a premeditated shot, I have to say that. Supple across and hit it finer. I still don't understand the idea about going finer about. There is no fielder at square leg, so you can easily play the pull shot as well. Because that kind of shot sometimes can do your own doing. Again, he was trying that. Looks like his stock shot, as we call it. Down the leg side, another wide. Two important boundaries have come, and that's why the score has stick to 16 so far. This is the second match of this event, and Tamil Nadu batting first. It's not lost a wicket, trying to go hard about their business, much like what Kerala has done. Good delivery, and that is another aspect of batting. Every time you get a good delivery, try to get singles out of that. Don't say that when you play a 10 over a side contest, but remember, even the big hitters, even the big stars of cricket now, if you suppose, for example, if you look at the Indian cricket, Subman Gill, one of the stars, is not just about boundaries. He's about taking singles like this, just as I was mentioning, just pushing it, getting a single. That will make sure that you are confident and ready to go about your business. 2 overs done. It's 18 without a wicket. Oh, coming down the track. Wicketkeeper thinks he's got something. Umpires clearly denied that. Looks like Sai Akas has all the confidence in the world. He's charging down the track. He's walking across. And tell you what, that is not a great sign. If you are a fast bowler, Munna Sarkar is very fast. If you charge down the track to a bowler like that, oh, it's flying across. Just tell you about a similar incident. Recently, even Mohammad Cape said about that incident as well. When India-Pakistan played in 2003, Shoaib Akhtar used to be very, very fast. And just to tease Shoaib Akhtar, Mohammad Cape said, I will walk down the track to one of the deliveries. And Shoaib Akhtar had never got that treatment. Was surprised, didn't complete that delivery. And Mohammad Cape said, that's all I wanted to do. Just put that fear on their mind that we can go down the track to you as well. You might be the fastest bowler in the world, but we have the capability to do that. So something that is so congruent to what Sai Akas is doing. He's not afraid of the pace. He's not afraid of the bounce, mind you. And much like Akhtar, Munna Sarkar is bowling quick. And you have some bounces as well. Maybe I'm trying to draw something here. Might not be as pacey, but clearly the pick of the bowlers here. Another single. And another interesting thing I can see from here is that Lithamus, with the kind of stroke play he has shown, is one of his shots is that lapse that I was talking about. More of a shot between the pull and the jab. It's a mixture of both. So something that is trying for each and every delivery that is middle and leg. Will be interesting to test that guy with a line outside the off stump. For a moment, it's Sayakas, who is high on confidence, but low on his strike rate here. 9 from 11. Not the game that we know. 10-10 match. 120, 130. That's the minimum strike rate you need to have. If you're going 200, it's a fantastic thing. Remember, they don't have a third man in place at the deep. Deep third man is absent. So they have a deep point which is a lot finer. Now they are thinking to bring that fielder back and put a long off. Why is that made? No change in pace required. He banks it in. Well. That fielder there, it could have been a simple catch to him. Mid-off was taken to long off, and straight away that opportunity that was missed. Didn't get that plan at all. The groundsman ready in case it rains. Again, the same shot. Just trying to help it on the onside. And I just wonder if the rest of the bowlers, the skipper is not getting the fact that this is his go-to shot. No wonder coming round the wicket and trying to bowl it way outside the off stump. You have protection on that side. Something that this should be keeping an eye on. Back the offside. Goes over, adjusted well, gets a much needed boundary. Again, if you look at that shot, yes, it's time to look at that shot again. He has that trigger moment when he tries for that lapse first and then goes for that particular shot, any kind of shot for that matter, second. So it takes a bit of time. Very interesting technique. We'll talk more about that. Looks like that's the end of this over. 3 overs done, 27 without a wicket. Away, that's what most of the people will be shouting out. Only rain that they want is the rains of 4s and 6s. One fielder outside the circle on the offside. West are 2 of the fielders, in fact. In front of square, there is 1. And straight away, that fielder has come into play. 2 of them coming from that. Sujit Nandi is the bowler. Sujit. Well, that's his go-to shot. Input anything, that is the output. Looks like a unilinear function. Once again, have a look at that. That's the only shot he knows. I mean, knows a lot more shots, but that's the first shot he attempts. Just bending down his knees and trying to help the ball to the onside towards the fine leg. Again, that particular shot. And the kind of length, and more importantly, the kind of line that is offered is very surprising, because from ball number 1, this is the 4th over that is going on, and it's, of course, the batsman Lithamas has played 10 deliveries so far, 9 to be precise, scored 14 runs. And in 9 of those, he's played the exact shot first and then tried something else. Cramped him for room. Got away with that again. So this is not bowled according to the plan, but somehow has got away with it. You have to say it's a good start, because only 4 runs from it. Last ball of this over. Can he finish well? Can he finish well? Can he, once again, the same point comes out. Can he just finds out that little bit lacuna that is there? The automation that Lithamas produce when he bats. Oh my God, again that shot. Dive from the fielder, stops it. He wants 2 from it. He wants 2, he gets 2. Well, it's all happening. 2 runs taken from the final ball, 4 overs done, 34 without a wicket. Right then, a lot has happened in between, and we're back with the game as well. 10 overs, a side contest that is going on between Bengal and Tamilnadu. Bengal, at this point in time, had scored 13 runs in 2 overs. And the fact of the matter is that the required run rate is 11.25. They're going at 6.5. So almost the double that is required. A little less than that, you have to say. But whatever it is, the intent has to be shown. Remember what happened in the first match. There's no intent in the second innings. And that's how Odisha didn't quite manage to win that match. So something that Bengal should be trying to avoid here. And very amazed by the kind of field set that Tamil Nadu has shown here. Basically packed the offside, two fielders inside the circle on the onside. So he does have two fielders outside the circle on the onside. One is a long on, the other is a deep mid wicket. And if you look at it correctly, then it's not the regular long on. It's a bit of like the cow corner. Let's see what he does. Sudarshan, he comes in and bowls it wide. So what he's doing is he's hiding it behind every time he's trying to bowl. That's the first impression of it. Bit of Sunil Narayan. And when he actually bowls it, when he completes 1/3 of his action, to be honest, just near the load of the delivery, it looks like Ravichandran Ashwin to me. So it's a mixture of Sunil Narayan and Ravichandran Ashwin. No run in that. Very high arm, looks like a tall bowler, Sudarshan. If you want to discuss more on the top, technical aspect of a spin bowling, as far as I know, if does have the height and he can use that to a good effect, will definitely get some bounce. Well, bowling to his field and almost producing a wicket here, just a single from that. But so far, if you look at Sudarshan, he's not giving it all, to be honest. Every time he's bowling that, looks like he's not bringing that force that you normally say every time a spinner needs to just throw everything at it when he bowls. So he just keeps it very casually, or I'll say that he doesn't quite bend the back as much as he should. And talking about the right hand as well, in fact the left hand, the non-bowling arm, that is not going as far as it should. That's a little bit of technique, a little bit of thing that I can notice from here, at least, if I'm not wrong. So that is why probably the thing that he should get, that is the bounce, he's not getting that. It's skidding onto the surface at this point in time. Yeah, like that. Wayward delivery, calls it a wide. But if you have actions like this, since now, of course, you can't go and bowl dusras and all, that's out of the game. So you have the opportunity to go for the carom ball or even the floater. And if you look at his bowling, he's trying that. Again, is it taken? They're appealing for it. None of the umpires are moved with that. Bowling it outside the off stump, forcing the batter to drag it to the onside. And that's not a very intelligent thing to do, because he has the tendency to keep it straight sometimes, to keep it slightly away from the right-hander. May not be the turn, but suddenly does something that just slides across. Full toss. And just a single from that. Not doing anything great to the run rate. Every time you get a full toss in a 10 over a side contest, you definitely need to put that away for a boundary. And coming back, another great over comes to an end. 3 overs done, they're going run a ball here. On the shorter side, prefers to hit that straight. Not the best of the thing to do. Picks up a single. Right, just to remind our viewers every time and every now and then that this is a tournament for a great cause. We know how important it is to focus on the fact that equality, rights for each and everyone, equal rights they call it, is important, and IDCA definitely focus on that, equal opportunities, protection of rights and full participation. Meanwhile, they've taken some runs out of that. Yeah, the 7th T20 National Cricket Championship for DEF in Bhubaneswar. Of course, happening in this beautiful ground called East Coast Railway Cricket Stadium. And this is the first day of it. Trying to thank our sponsors as well. KFC India, Hero Motorcomp, Impact Research and Measurement, Nykaa, Airtel 5G Plus, Sail, Rourkela Steel Plant, Cognito and Kaizen. Constant support for this tournament. Local support, of course, Odisha Cricket Association, IDCO, Ruchi Spices and SBI. I'm talking about ODCA, that is Odisha Depth Cricket Association, has done everything possible to make sure that this becomes a tournament to remember. Look at the arrangements and look at every possible thing that should be to have a tournament like this. They've worked really hard to make sure that it exists. Just the first day, you will come to know a lot more about it, but Odisha Depth Cricket Association has been superb. We'll come back to that as well. Meanwhile, another over comes to an end. 4 overs done, 24 without a wicket, and they still have a mountain to climb. Take a look at the run rate, 13.37. Down the leg side, wicketkeeper did a great job by diving for that. Clearly stopped a boundary on that occasion. Awais has come in for his first spell. I don't know what has exactly happened, but one thing you realize that every time a new bowler comes in, most of the time to be honest, they have come and they have bowled a wide early on. Getting used to the conditions, maybe a part and parcel, you know that. Wristy looks like Shubhang has been a classical musician. 14 from, in fact 13 from 14 deliveries. That's definitely not the format. This format deserves hip hops and raps. Again, not getting the timing right, but does it matter when it is going for a boundary? It does. Wanted to hit it to somewhere else, it has gone to somewhere else. Clearly, just close the face of the bat at one point in time, take the ace of the bat, but fortunate enough to get that boundary. Let that come in. Must be a supporter of the Bengal. Bringing down the required run rate to 13.09, but that's not enough. They have a huge task. Once again, trying to play that same shot. What he's doing is just producing an angle here, the bowler. And he's forcing the right-hander to go towards extra cover and not towards long off. It's a very good thing to do because you're forcing him to play across. And by doing that, what you can do is you can produce breakthroughs. That is something that these two batters will be just keeping an eye on. There it is. Close the face of the bat and you close the innings. First wicket has gone down, and more than that, look at how difficult it is going to be for Bengal. The run rate's climbing up, the strokes have not come, but the wicket has come. Let's take a look at what has happened there. Decided that he's going to play that shot from yesterday probably and pay the price. Premeditation doesn't always work in cricket. First wicket has gone, it's 31 for 1. Yeah, this thing for example. The final ball. Across the line. What says the umpire? Going down the leg side. Chance of a run out as well. Appeal and up goes the finger. Everything happened in that delivery. The story is very complicated, but the ending is simple. It's a wicket. And it's wicket for someone who's just coming to join. Looks like it's the new batsman who's going to go back to the pavilion. And the story of it will be a little simpler with the replay. Let's take a look at this. First of all, appeal from for the leg before, which is not to be slept. But look at that for an underarm throw. Enough to get the wicket. Wicket number 2 has gone down. 31 for 2 it is. And that's the end of this over 2. Munna has come in here. Thomas did his best with the bat. Now he's going to bowl his first over. Single from the first. Let's see what he does in the second. The ideal difference between these two sides when they're batting is the first team, Tamilnadu I'm talking about, most of the shots that they played good cricketing shots with a straight bat. And if you look at Bengal and the way they're playing in the second, it's more like they're trying to play the cross-batted shots, and most of their shots are premeditated. They're thinking about playing a shot much before that the delivery has been bowled. So, yes, the run rate is high, and that is why you are bound to play your shots. But you need to take a look at the deliveries as well. I think that should be the message. Let's see how they come back, or how different this delivery is. Oh, hello. There is a chance of a run out. The bowler appeals. It's a very famous run out appeal. It's a very popular one that is going on nowadays. Remember what happened in that Bangladesh match? Oh, hello. What does the umpire think? Umpire has given it out. Well, the drama continues here as well. This is something that has been going on for a long time. Before they were calling it mankidding. Now they're calling it a genuine run out. And the bowler has completed his follow through, his run up as well, and just dislodged the bell. That's the way to go then. So according to the laws of the game, that's out. But what about the spirit of the game? Oh, that's subjective. That's up to the player. It has become a debate. Some of the players say it's good to do that. Some of the players say it's not right to do this kind of dismissals. It doesn't send a good message. Well, then what is correct? I think it's about the laws of the game, because spirit of the game is very subjective, because it is different for you, it is different for me. Yeah, so the umpire has given it out, but looks like the team management has decided that they're not going to claim this dismissal. Good for them. That sums up everything about the spirit of the cricket that I just mentioned. Now the question is, we'll talk about this. This is a very exciting topic. The question is that imagine just one run required to win the final of this. Oh, that's close. No, says the umpire. They've taken a single. Yes, coming back to the point. Imagine one run required to win the final of this, and the batter is way far behind. In fact, way far ahead of of that crease and you dislodge the bell, will you bring your spirit of the game in that? That is the question. Steps out, hits an exciting shot and gets the result he wanted. Score moves on to 37. Too little, too late, you can say. But that's an exciting shot. That's good for a highlight package. So many of them just defending that particular argument. Imagine you're playing a World Cup final and 1 run required in the very last ball. Will you do that run out or not? Will you claim that wicket or not? If it's a spirit of the game, it should always be a spirit of the game. It can't be partial when it is not on your side, or when it is going in a direction where you're wanting it to be. So, all right, a long debate on that, but that's something that is absolutely subjective. Coming back to this match, last ball of this over, only 38 runs on the board. They're doing nothing right at this point in time. Bengal, last ball. Oh, talking about doing it right. This one has everything in it. 6 to remember. They need a lot of sixes like this, but what a way to end the 6th. Oh, have a piece of that, he says, and he got a big piece. Normally that kind of a shot, you call it home run in baseball. Well, the last one was all about power. This was all about timing. Just playing it as sweetly as possible. 2 runs taken from that. They're all clapping. They're delighted that they have batters who can play shots like this. One with the power, the other with the timing. Well, that was a good shot. That was a shot that you can play when bowler produces some fast deliveries. Arun Kumar comes in for his first over. 57 for 2, lagging behind 56 required, 23 deliveries left. And you know that it's going to be tough for them. It really is. It's tough when you know that 14.61 is the required run rate. Add one more to that. One more to the total they have scored. 48 now. 48 for 2. Action replay of that. So many times the umpire has to raise their arms today. (49 for 2) as Arun bowls it. Another wide, this time on the offside. Hat-trick of wides. 53 required from 23 deliveries. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not impossible. We've seen this happening before. Play and a miss. The bowler wants something from it. He'll get nothing. The umpire completely ignores it. Like an out of syllabus question. Didn't quite get hold of that. That's the area that they love, the mid wicket. Both these batters, every time they get an opportunity, delivery in middle and leg, they made sure that it go to that direction, mid wicket. Be it aerial, be it along the carpet. It's a sweet relation, middle and leg delivery, and you look for mid wicket. The big hike, they call it. The fact of the matter is that it's not just one, they need a lot more. Again, the thing about the required run rate and thing about the net run rate, both are important. In a tournament like this, net run rate will definitely come into play. Another wide from it, 52 for 2. Who will produce the magic? Who will be that special man who can win them for Bengal? Because they can't win it by these wides. Definitely can't win it by singles. It has to be a game of 4s and 6s. Well, you might not get 4 runs by a boundary, but you have already got 4 wides, 5 wides in fact. Give one more wide and it is equal to 6 runs without bowling a delivery. I'm not sure if the captain will be happy with that. I'm not sure if the coach will be happy with that. Looks like the skipper has just had a bit of word with him. Six wides. That is 6 runs without a delivery. That's a lot. You don't get that too often. It's amazing to see the way these guys communicate on the field. At no point you will feel anything that they don't have. That is a race for you. That is the excitement that they can bring. Run out chance! They're going gaga over it. Not going to get one. Aggression. Trying to be very competitive. And more importantly, the skill. That is why we're all here. The skill set. Something that excites you as a fan. Something that most of the people who are watching on the website of IDCA, the live one, the live stream on YouTube. Flick of the wrist, single. They'll be watching it closely and they'll be thinking that if you want to make yourself proud, if you want to make your family, your country proud, this is something that you need to do. You need to come out of your comfort zone and try to just show your skills as effectively as you can. A lot to learn from these guys. Not a lot to learn from this over though. It has been 7 wides now. When is it going to stop? That's the question now. There's 2 questions. Who's going to win the World Cup this year? The other is when Arun Kumar is going to finish his over. Already 12 runs. Oh, he's hit this in the air then. There is a chance of a wicket. And it's a very cool catch. It's a very cool catch, I have to say. So the man who has given 7 wides, has done everything possible in this over, has finally picked up a wicket. And there it is then. End of the 7th, it seems. 56 for 2. And that's the replay of that. Way outside the off stump, you can't drag it to the onside and hit it over mid-wicket. All he could manage is to hit it over long off. In fact, too long off. And that's a simple catch. 7 overs done, 56 for 2. 3, in fact. And that's the stroke of the day. Just coming down the track to a lane delivery and hitting it for a 6. If you go back home and you'll say, what is the shot that you remember for today? This is the shot. Remember the batter. It's Abhishek. Who is that 6? Abhishek, no?
Abhishek, because 1 of 1.
Abhishek, the batter from Bengal, has hit such a nice shot. Clearly the shot of the day so far. One more replay you can have. Well. I was talking about this shot. Look at that. Fast and furious, the bowler steps out and just has to go at it. Big 6, isn't it? Tremendous shot. Sudarshan doing a lot of Ravichandran Ashwin there. And the one thing that Ravichandran Ashwin is very good at, or champion at, I have to say, is every time he bowls to the left-hander, he just makes sure that everything is perfect. Something that Sudarshan can do, because just as I was mentioning that he has the height, he has he really is a very high arm action bowler. He's someone whose release point is higher, and it's just about giving a little bit more. I'm talking about bending a little bit and trying to give it something. Oh, that's a statement. That's a statement from the batsman. We might have probably have lost the match. It's not over. I mean, they're clearly now the favorites. We might not be getting it right, but these are the shots that will keep on playing. There is another one. Abhishek showing his class today. Remember, he's batting on 29 from just 13 deliveries to Sudarshan. This time on the shorter side, square cord. Oh, what a catch that is. Remember the man, remember the catch. That's the catch of the day, and can be the catch of the tournament. You never know, we might see some beauty, but that seriously is a catch to remember for a long time. Just few deliveries before, we have seen one of the shots of today's, probably the best shot of today. Now it's about the catch of that. Let there be some pause, na? Take a look at how beautifully it was taken. Short and wide. 4 was written on it. Oh, have a look at that again. Sensational catch. Well, you shouldn't be worried about the way you lost the wicket. Abhishek, you're playing well, but he's out to a brilliance on the field. This is real cricket for you. This is exactly what these guys can bring. The dedication, the hard work they put in, you can see that on the field. This cricket is special, and a perfect advertisement for that is that particular catch. You can look at it 1,000 times. You really can. Abhishek had no clue what was happening there. Short and wide. He thought boundary was written on it. And then that dive, using his left hand. Remember this. So Murugan has taken the catch. Remember the name, they call it nowadays. Ian Bishop has made this popular. The way Carlos Braithwaite hit 4 sixes in 2016 T20 World Cup. And the term come out as remember the name, and that's how it just comes. There is another one. There is another one. They're falling apart here. They are falling apart. Losing wickets after wickets, not getting the runs that is required. The run rate's climbing up. Something that is going down is the number of wickets they have. Bengal falling apart here. One-sided affair it is turning out to be. Wicket number 5 goes down, and this is how it has happened. It is somehow Sudarshan's magic. Just change the length of the ball, the trajectory of the ball they call it, and the wicketkeeper is a champion in that. Did it in style. Tamilnadu is cruising. 77 for 5. This is the 9th over is going on. Only I can say that the only thing left in this match is the formality. Look at his action. Look how he deceives. This time just dragging it a little bit behind, not giving it all. And the batter had no clue. He thought it will be a toss-stop delivery. Later on changed his shot because the initial movement was on the front foot. End of this wicket. 77 for 5. And a new batter joining in is Kaushik. You can clearly see Sumit Jain, Mr. Sumit Jain trying to explain everything in the sign language. And that's it. Looks like that's the end of this over. 9 overs done, 78 for 5. Ready for the final over. Everything that has to happen has already happened. This is all about just completing the match formally for Tamil Nadu. They'll be delighted. First game of the tournament for them, and they've done almost everything right because they've batted well. They've used their full potential with the bat, put up a big score. Now they've got bowlers who can pick up wickets. They're bowlers who can pick up wickets at the right time. They've done that exclusively well. And if you look at that end, I mean the end at which Tamil Nadu is right now, you want to be at that end. Very confident side. And on the other hand, Bengal, to keep an eye on what they have done, they need to just sit there and discuss their plans again. Maybe change in the batting order. Maybe they can try something else. Probably they can give spinners a lot more over, because this has been the game of spinners. What went wrong for Bengal is the fact that early on they have given so much, and then while coming back in the second innings, when it was important for them to get it right in the very first over, they didn't get it right in the first three. So that's how they are not at the right end of this event, this match. Looks like we'll get a boundary here. Yes, Bengal trying hard to get some runs. Every run will matter, because in the end it's a matter of net run rate. Misfield from the fielder allows a boundary. Tamil Nadu coming good at the right time. Most of the production crew here are Tamil Nadu guys. Will be delighted with that. Doing everything right, not just here, in other aspect of life as well. Oh, take another wicket. There we go then. 6th wicket. 1 brings 2, 2 brings 3, and looks like Bengal has taken it very seriously. Full delivery. Looks like that's the end. That's the end of this innings, end of this match as well. Yeah, Tamil Nadu have won this match by 17 runs. Again, a big win. Remember, in the very first match itself, Kerala won this match by 17 runs as well. So the run margin is similar in the first, in the second as well. So Tamil Nadu making sure that that they win this match. Three-dimensional cricket, this absolutely perfect. First with the bat, then with the ball, and on the field as well. Barring a few misfields, Tamil Nadu has been superb. And as I was mentioning, that they deserve every bit of this victory. They've got it. So 2 games done and dusted. One won by Kerala, the other won by Tamil Nadu. Odisha and Bengal are on the losing side, respectively. Now it's important to be coming back well. Let's see if they can do that or not. Yes, so that's a big win. Tamil Nadu have won this match by 17 runs. We'll come back with the third match.